coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Robinson up the middle. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Off the bootleg, King. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 19 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Ready? Hot, set, hot, 70, hot.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Falcons hit 8-4 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into the hands of London. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
As you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game, 13 carries, 62 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
You talk about this Falcon defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Get it. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Okay,
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
18, pioneer. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. Now Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Mayfield. Now a run here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Patterson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Falcons' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as they'll look to keep it going here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
19-18. Ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
They'll run here with a rookie. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Third down and 1.
Come on, come on. Hey. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run for it with Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
19. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run again here with Robinson. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And with that last run, that's going to move him over 1,000 yards rushing now for the year. So a nice milestone to hit in what has been an exceptional season on the ground. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's a gain of 10.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, King. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there. That's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
180!
Mayfield now. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been incredible all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he just recently eclipsed the 4,000-yard mark on the season. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go now. 60 boxes, 60.
Algier going straight ahead. Past the 25 to the 26, gain of 5.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came up.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. He'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him, not pinned down.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw. King. He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Okay, ready.
No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
19 Tigers.
Operating from the gun. King. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. King. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking to throw. King to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
70.
Operating from the gun. King toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Deputy Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now King throwing on 4th down. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Here's King throwing to start the drive. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. First play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. goes into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And they will take a 7-point lead now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Townsend. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun. King. Got a man. It's London. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Off play action. King. Quick hitter here. It's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Gain of 6. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And caught by London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Let's go now.
First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43. Set.
On the draw, Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Robinson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's Rome Odunze. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Bears come away with a 4-point victory. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Baltimore Ravens. And this is Rico Dowdle. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Buffalo Bills. And here it's Josh Allen hooking up with Joshua Palmer. 15 yards for the touchdown. This one's at halftime with the Bills with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin